Hello, I'm Ben.
Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Say hello.
Hello. It's Wednesday night, 7:30. Time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. What? Let's get the boys in. They joined.
Hey, George.
Hi guys.
Hello, mate. Hey?
I'm alright.
It's about time we had someone that knows what they're doing start it up.
Yeah.
Ben, can you see George?
I can see everybody, man.
See? See, when Mark does it, it doesn't work. But when George does it, it's perfect.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all down to you, mate.
Yeah.
Mine
How you doing,
never
George?
works.
Yeah.
How you doing, George? You all right?
Did you blow anything up?
Me?
Yeah.
Only a couple of things. Every day I'd blow something up, George. That's just comes with a job.
Yeah.
Has your dad built you an ark yet?
Not yet.
All the rain.
Range got.
You don't need one now. The water's all gone, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, that's good. That was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The swimming pool.
It was a bit like a swimming pool. Yeah. Yeah. Build a roll around in the veg garden.
Yeah, that was really bad. Really. And your football pitch was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
Is that all right now?
Yeah.
Slippy now.
A bit slippy, but better than it was.
So you have to wear boots so the studs make you so they don't slip over.
Yeah.
That's a true Newcastle fan, that is, blaming the pitch.
I saw you went somewhere pretty special last week.
Yeah.
Where was that?
St James's Park.
Special to you and your dad, maybe.
Yeah. The dogs weren't allowed, so Mum couldn't come.
Oh, right, okay. Just boys stay out then.
Yeah, just the boy.
Yes.
Dad.
Did you meet Eddie Howe or not?
No.
No, the players weren't there, but we got to go around the stadium.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I sat in a seat where they do the press conference.
Oh, lovely. Can't beat a stadium tour.
Yeah.
Mm. Did you go to the changing rooms?
Yeah.
With
We got to go.
the kits all hanging around on the benches?
Yeah.
Yeah, really smart. But that was good fun.
They can't see you.
Look at
here as well.
hello.
We don't need it. George, sort it out.
Yeah,
Maybe.
do one, you.
He's chatting more in the last 5 minutes, and you normally do a whole episode, Mark.
Fine. I'll go to bed then and George can carry on.
Yeah, right, mate.
Oh, that means you got to do the introduction of our guest, George.
Ha. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a bit spooky.
Ha.
Is that your hat or your dad's?
Nothing scares me.
No, I bet it don't.
What? Not
Is that
even
your hat, George?
in the dark.
Ah,
He's always in the dark.
it's, but he's just making me wear it.
Right. It's a bit big, isn't it? You got to wear that yellow one next time.
Maybe. Yeah, next time.
You
Yeah.
should have changed the name. You should have on the board behind you on the light box. You should have put through the George's Gate.
Yeah.
Missed the trick there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's going on?
You're in the greenhouse, George. Is it raining?
No, we're
No.
just out here because it's nice
Is
weather.
it?
And why? My mom's talking on it. Why?
Mm.
Harry says, "Love the hat, George."
Yeah.
Where's mommy?
Mummy said the hat looks better on you, George.
She's also said bedtime now.
Yeah.
She's also said bedtime now,
Oh,
George. I think she means
George.
she's going to bed.
Yeah.
You best go back then. You're gonna go back
Okay.
down the garden. Don't fall.
I won't.
Thanks, George. See you later.
Tell Mummy to let us know you got home safe.
Yeah, that was no way to get.
3 rings. 3 rings. It's a long way up that garden.
Good work, George. Later.
Gonna go downhill from now, mate.
Here come the technical difficulties.
No, there's none tonight because Ben can see everybody.
You won't be able to see our guests tonight, just to make up for it.
But
That's got to be first time in a few weeks.
I have updated Instagram on my phone.
Is that the first time in 3 years?
More than likely.
Probably the first time since we've been doing this.
Yeah, probably.
It must
Can you all hear me all right? Because I've got a new microphone.
No,
Yeah.
perfect.
Good.
Hmm.
Good.
Is that on there?
Yeah.
You got like a clip-on one.
Yeah. I've been on about getting one for ages, and that bought me a couple as a surprise. I was like, nice, I'll give it a go. So I literally banged it on charge. I thought I'll have a crack, see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Sweet.
Mm-mm.
But I know when I go on my little wanders, I go a bit quiet. So
Yeah, you just have to see what distance you can get with them.
let's find out.
Go for it.
I'll go down to the chickens.
Go on then. You won't be able to hear us though. That's the only difference.
George is back already. He must have ran.
Can't hear you, Ben. No. Can't hear
Did you hear it?
No, nothing.
Probably haven't turned it on. I haven't.
It's a lot.
I generally haven't. Is that better?
The same at the minute.
It might come on in a minute. I don't know. It's probably working. It's probably not. I don't know.
Is there a little dongly thing sticking out of the bottom of your phone then?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Cool.
Wicked.
Stay still, Ben, or we can't hear you.
Yeah.
It sounds
Shut
like
up.
it's looking down. It's out.
Oh, I don't know. If it works, it works. Don't see if I out. I've got to shut me greenhouse door because the neighbours' kids are out 'cause they're having a birthday party.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
How are we, boys?
Good.
Had a fun week?
Mm.
Been on the mower today.
Oh, is that the first
Never.
time?
First time, yeah. Well in need of. It was very long.
Mm,
So why haven't we had a mower yet?
exactly.
Rain and it was not a nice experience.
I cut mine at the weekend, first time.
I've got to cut mine.
Growing like crazy now.
Can't be asked to sort my strimmer out there.
You ain't got
Strimmers. Hate strimmers. Absolutely hate strimmers.
I haven't got a mower, so I have to strim mine. But
You ain't
it's
got a
only-
lawn at home, have you?
Nah.
You've got rid of your lawn at home.
I took it all out at home, so I didn't have to buy a mower.
Yeah. Serious? No.
One less thing to store, isn't it? You know what I mean? And now I've got another plot. I want to keep grass paths, so now I need a mower.
Oh.
Typical, isn't it? But I don't need grass at home. for what size garden we got and everything we do it in the garden, there's no point.
No.
So,
Just got the square bit in the middle with the borders around it, but I'm not allowed to get rid of any more of that. I've been told.
yeah.
And the grass in your plot.
Got the grass of the plot, yeah. That's all the grass passing there. That's a bugger, but I like him when it's all trimmed and trimmed. It looks quite nice.
Did you find a new? You're asking about getting an electric one.
I've had someone, a friend of mine, lent me a steel one, which is good, but the battery doesn't last. It takes me 2.5 charges, which is not good enough. But I think it's quite a low model one. I think if you went up the models with interchangeable batteries, because that one he lent me is the plug-in one, so you can't, it is what it is. Once it's dead, you have to take it in and charge the whole thing. But I suppose you can get the ones with interchangeable batteries, like with everything else. So.
New batteries.
I just want to investigate. I don't want to spend that. I don't know what a couple £100, I suppose, until I know it'll do the job, type of thing.
Yeah.
Because I got a big petrol one, but they're so heavy and noisy and dirty and stinky. I'll get rid of them if I can.
I think the battery ones, if you're going to do it, you want one that can transport over loads of different machines.
Yeah.
So once you've got that, you can buy loads of different ones.
Yeah. I know the steel ones, if you get the better quality ones, you can get the electric mowers as well, and the batteries go into those. But the batteries are huge. They're massive, great things.
Yeah. And there's the edge cutter ones that go on your back as well. The actual battery on your back.
Bloody yeah.
Lasts longer.
Yes, Kim, we are discussing strimmers. Strimming is gardening. It is grass. It is the garden. Let's get our guest in, Mark. Talk about strimmers.
Chickens instead, or dahlias.
Who's doing all these?
I think we're missing stuff on the comments.
You're not missing anything.
No. Talking about rabbits and Summers, apparently. Oh dear.
While we're talking about battery charges.
Oh, I see. I get it now. Yeah.
Our chat and their chat have merged into one randomly rude and inappropriate chat for this time on a Tuesday, even by my standards.
Terrible. 7:30. Kids are still awake. George is watching.
George is gone, isn't it?
Imagine him. What's that?
Yeah. Rabbit? What?
Electric
Go and ask your mother.
God. Right, tonight's guest is from the Wirral, a blogger, an ebook author, a flower farmer, a guest speaker at the RHS Urban Show this year, an allotment in 2020, growing for a sustainable family life, a sew-alonger, a writer for the Garden Folk magazine, a life on the lotter. It is, of course, the wonderful Jen Howarth.
Kerry, it's Wednesday. It's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday.
Because we all said Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Hello. Evening,
There she is.
How are you guys?
Yeah, too bad.
I'm loving the comments in the chat tonight already. I am very glad that George went to bed.
So's Mark.
Yeah, we don't want that chat to be happening already.
Mark messaged us earlier and said no swearing at the beginning. I'm like, oh God, that's going to come hard for me.
No, what did you actually say, Ben? You didn't say that at all.
Oh, my reply was
Want to say hello? I've had a visitor as well, an unexpected guest.
Hello.
Go and do that.
Abagabani. My husband's doing a great job at bedtime.
No, we've been sat here some nights and autumn just appears at my greenhouse. It's like, You all right? Why are you out here in the garden in the dark on your own in your pajamas? Go to bed.
She's not bothered, is she?
No. Nor's Nat.
Oh, wow.
All right, Jen, how are you?
Oh, right. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're all good.
Are you having a fabulous Easter half term?
Yeah. When do they go back?
Yeah, isn't it?
4 to 5 days. 5 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, I'm all right.
God.
Mine is 17 and 19, so that don't make a shit's bit of difference to me.
Look after themselves now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. I've been there. I've done it, man. Don't worry. I didn't skip it all.
Don't give me that. We heard you didn't bother.
Oh. Leave it all to the mother. That's what they're there for. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. Probably. Should we talk gardening?
Yeah, let's do it.
We love gardening.
Yeah, I would like a little bit less rain.
We all.
Yeah. The rain has hit us pretty bad over the past couple of days.
So you're up, right up there in the Wirral.
I am, yeah. So just outside of Liverpool.
Outside Liverpool, and I was contemplating about saying about a Scouse accent, but then I saw something I heard this morning. You saying something about my Scouse accent. I went, oh, that's all right. Then we can talk about Scouse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my Scouse dulcet tones. I can't get rid of them. No, I don't want to either. I love them.
No, definitely not. I love Liverpudlian accent. I'm a I wouldn't say Liverpool fan. I am a Liverpool fan. Have been for a long time, but
no one's perfect.
Well, I am a Liverpool fan, but what I am surreptitiously blocking at the moment is the fact my husband is not. So if you can see that picture.
Yeah. Can't see it. What does it say?
It's Cantona.
And you fan.
Oh my God. How can you live in the same house as him?
Yeah. I need some sort of payment, don't I? This is why I'm allowed to do things like allotments and...
Just as well it was a draw at the weekend then.
Yeah. It's a strained day in the Howarth household.
I bet. Oh God. Horrendous. One of my good mates is a Manc, and we just stay away from each other for a week or so. Yeah, you have to. So that gives you a bit of free rein to do allotment gardening and other things, then, does it?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's also a season ticket at Prenton Park, so Tranmere Rovers. Gives me lots of free rein. Tranmere Rovers is like our local team, so that sort of is the middle ground for us both to support.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I get you. That's nice. That's nice. And you go as well?
Sometimes, yeah, when I'm in the mood, or it's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
Lower division football is much more exciting, really.
I've always said that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I've been a Bournemouth fan all my life.
That's why.
It's never as predictable.
I've never actually been to a Premiership game. I've never been to a top league game since they got into the Premiership. I've never been because I moved away.
And it's too expensive as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
We're getting shouted at. Yeah, we need to talk allotments.
We need to talk allotment. Tell us about your allotment.
So, my allotment I have had since 2020. So, the week before lockdown.
Same as lots of us.
Yeah. I got handed the keys to my allotment, which was exceptionally lucky.
Wow.
I run my own business as well. And my business shut during lockdown. So I basically had a year on furlough. And I spent it at the allotment. So it was very, very, very handy because what we got handed was an absolute pile of
I bet.
awfulness. But it was good. It was a good place to start because it made me learn a lot very fast. I wouldn't have learned half of the stuff if I'd have been handed a nice pristine allotment. So I'm very grateful for that sort of start, really.
What was your experience before you got those keys then of allotment?
Nothing. I grew a few tomato plants on my kitchen windowsill and called myself a gardener. Every house plant I'd ever bought, I'd killed. Not through lack of
standard.
Yeah, just through sheer love. I just loved them too much. So yeah. And then was reading some articles, sat in our home garden, reading some articles about food and where food came from and where food was coming from. And then walked into the house proudly and announced, Dan, I've signed us up for an allotment. And then the rest is history. 6 months later, we got the keys and off we went. All the gear, no idea. And we've sort of learned from there. It's been brilliant.
That's not a bad waiting time, is it?
Yes.
No, I think I was really lucky. I think literally fate just fell to me for 6 months because then there's been people who have been waiting on our site and they've waited for like 3 years. So I literally think I just touched lucky before it all went boom.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
We were lucky the same because Nat got her allotment, which is plot 27B, in the October, just after lockdown. And we were only on there for about 6 months-ish as well, I think. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, it is really good. We're really, really lucky. I mean, those lists are huge now, aren't they?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That was the lockdown boom, wasn't it? Everybody wanted to go out and do something.
Yeah, well, that was the only place you could go, wasn't it?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
But since then, we've obviously learned quite a lot. We've built our own poly house after numerous attempts at keeping the flimsy attached to the ground. Unsuccessful attempts. So built our own poly house. We were donated a greenhouse. So a plot neighbour left and gave us my big black greenhouse, which I then refurbished, which was really lucky. We moved it about 5 yards onto my plot, all in one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we built the polytunnel, so bought a proper polytunnel, and that was a marriage challenge. Putting up one of those.
Aren't they ever?
Oh, wow.
If your marriage can survive putting up a polytunnel, then it will survive anything, because that was brutal. You watch the videos of these people just doing it so effortlessly.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just horrendous. It was so hard.
I can remember when I built mine. I just built it out of timber. It's nothing, nothing special. But I bought the polytunnel plastic to put over it. Yeah. And I thought,
that's exactly what we did with the poly house.
Today it's a nice calm day. The frame's all up. I said, right, Teresa, you need to come and help me put this plastic over it, because it's, I don't know, it must be 8 meters by 10 meters, so it's massive.
Yeah, they're big, aren't they?
And you think there's no wind, but to get under the sail of that 18 by whatever it is, it's just ridiculous. And we're one side of it, and it's just flying up in the air. Doing, oh my god! To try and hold it in place and fix it. Oh yeah, that was a day. That was a day from hell. Absolute day from hell.
Where's the video of that?
Sorry?
Where's the video of that?
I wasn't Instagramming then. No.
See, we did our polycarbonate greenhouse in a really windy day in like November, And that was literally, you had to put all the uprights up, and they're just all doing this as you're trying to put the perspex in them. And there's like me and that. In the end, we had to call her brother and sister up as an extra pair of hands because we just couldn't hold it all. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. I love that greenhouse so much, but I hate building it. I've got another one to put up, and I'm just like, nah, it's too windy. I'm not doing it. Not yet. I can wait.
We have had the greenhouse explode on us as well.
Explode?
From the wind.
Oh,
yeah.
The wind getting in and just blowing it all out. Oh, wow.
Yeah, literally blew it from the inside out. It was quite tremendous, to be honest, like looking back. But when you've just literally reglazed it, and it's only been a month since you've fully reglazed it, and it explodes.
Is that glass?
Glass, yeah. It was, really awful.
Oh, my God. Horrible.
Really awful. But you know what? You live and learn from all of these mistakes, don't you? You sort of chalk it up to experience and crack on.
Terrible. I just want to say one little thing that I had a wind. Oh no, that sounds very wrong. An experience with wind.
Jamie's had an experience with wind, everybody. Curry nights. One too many bevies on a Friday.
Right, so
how are you going to word this now?
in our field, it's nothing to do with gardening or allotments, but I just want to say, in our field, we've got a
it definitely is a curry night.
No, in the field, our horse field, there's a stable, which is just a one-door stable with a small shed or tack room attached to it. And 2 years ago, that flipped. They took the wind took the whole thing up, spun it over, and chucked it in the dike, about 20 foot behind it. And that is a complete wooden stable. I've got pictures. I'll post them. I could not believe it. I walked out in the morning and went, the stable has been flipped and thrown into the dike. Unbelievable. It must weigh a ton. Must have.
You have to take it.
Wow.
I just couldn't believe it. That's just the power. So what I had to do is I cut a window in the back because it all come in the door and it nowhere for the wind to go. So it just. But now I've cut a window in it. It just lets some of the air out. That was unbelievable.
Back in your garden.
Sorry?
Did you get it back in your garden? Did you have to take it apart?
No, we got a farmer with a big teleporter. And he picked it all up and put it back again. And I think I had to replace about 10 planks, 10 of the feather edge boards. And that was it.
That's nothing.
But that flipped.
No, isn't it, for that?
Oh, exactly. I thought it was going to be absolutely smashed to pieces. It's probably about 1,500 quid's worth of stable. And I thought, oh, God, here we go. But no, it's fine. I'll find the pictures out and I'll post them later. Sorry, that was a bit of a curveball. But yeah, just talking about wind, it's mental.
Yeah.
That was
wind will take you on a tangent.
Yes. Just going back to your plot then, you said it was rough when you got it. How rough?
Rough.
Was it?
Really, really rough. We're talking, Elsie, who you've just seen, she was 3. And I was worried, because we'd just come across metal bars sticking out the ground everywhere. There's some parts of the plot that I physically can't dig on because I put my spade into the ground and I will crunch in glass constantly.
Oh, God.
So I've just had to put raised beds on the top. There was, if you go through some of the old Instagram photos, it was amazing. There was an old greenhouse on there, which we removed. It took us, I don't know, it was not coming down. It was so solid. It was an absolute death trap. It must have been up about 30, 35 years, if not longer.
Don't make them like they used to.
Don't make them like they used to. There was a shed that we had to take down with a sledgehammer. Yeah, it was crazy. We ended up with a skip at one point and filling the skip with stuff. It was pretty phenomenal what we put into it.
Was it weeds? Was it just brambles and weeds and God knows what?
No, it wasn't even brambles and weeds, actually. It was just rubbish. It was just like actual crap. I must have found at least an outfit on there. Like I found shoes, hats, gloves, just buried. It's like, oh, I don't want to put this in the bin. I'll just dig a hole and see what happens to it. What are you doing?
Yeah, Kerry's just said, sorry, Jay, Kerry just said they shouldn't allow it. I don't think the council should allow that, to be honest.
They shouldn't really. It was a death trap.
Yeah.
We could have hurt ourselves. Fly tipping, yeah. Do you know what? It was close to that, to be honest. But people are still doing it. People are still, in one of the sites, not on mine. Apparently there's a motorbike buried under there.
That's mad, isn't it?
They couldn't dispose of the motorbike, so they buried it under the allotment.
To dig a hole big enough for a motorbike.
Wasn't it then, was it?
Dig a hole for the motorbike.
I got one question though. If it's in Liverpool, has it still got the wheels on it or not?
Good question. I might dig it up to find out for you, see how many wheels I can find.
It'll still have the blocks under it.
It's the Wirral burn. There's different planes.
Yeah.
Mate, close enough.
We're in the posh part now.
The posh part.
Although I am from actual Liverpool, so.
See, you can take the girl out of Liverpool.
It was me, sorry.
I think we had all this about Bristol a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Oh, mate. Bristol vile. Luckily, I'm not from here.
So the allotment's all up and running and fantastic now then?
It is. It does pretty well. I mean, food production-wise is way too much than 2.5 people could ever eat. So that's why I turn my attention to flowers. So I've been growing flowers for a couple of years now as well. So not only do I feed us, I grow lots of pretty things as well, which is really cool.
Yeah. Those flowers for yourself, or do you sell them?
Bit of both.
Bit of both. Oh, lovely.
Bit of both. Yeah. I managed to give lots away as well, which is really nice. Yeah. Sort of like local care homes and stuff like that, friends and family. And yeah, that's really special to be able to do that. I've helped a couple of friends with their weddings.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is it's a really lovely gift to be able to do that. Especially when that friend says to you, "Oh, I'm not having any flowers because we can't really afford it." And I'm like, "Don't worry, I've got you sorted, kid."
Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? That must be really
that's really, really nice to be able to do that. And it's just expanded my knowledge so much as well. Flowers are a whole different beast when it comes to growing and veg. So yeah, and I just really love. I'm a bit of a geek, so I love learning about it. So it's great.
I think I'm gradually learning a bit more about flowers this last couple of years, but I'm wanting to do more and more. To be honest, I always thought that's it. Veg, my allotment, that was it the first few years. But now this last year and this year, I think getting more and more into the flower side.
So what is on your hit list this year?
I just love the dahlias. That's the thing. I love them.
So
they're easy.
No,
Marc don't think they're easy. I think they're easy because I've had two years of not having to do nothing. They just go ping. And that's it. You know.
People just send you their castings.
They're easy when you haven't actually got to do anything yourself.
Oh yeah, I suppose. No, I do love. Well, everybody loves a dahlia, don't they? So many different ones.
You can't beat a dahlia, really, can you? Do you know they've got so many different types that you're gonna struggle to find one that you don't like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I went up the greenhouse earlier, up the allotment, and the only one that hasn't got any slug damage is my Evelyn, and I'm like, come on, the only one.
Yeah, that is a
mine
lovely one.
are only just starting to poke through. They're only just starting now. So
some of them have got a good foot on them already.
Very jealous.
I had all mine out in the autumn or the winter, so mine are all in the greenhouse in pots. I'm trying to take cuttings. Kim's inspired me to try and take cuttings, but it's not happening very quick.
No, I tried last year and it was hard. I think I had one cutting that survived out of about 10. Definitely wasn't an easy thing to do. If you can get that knack right, that's pretty cool. That's
the thing. If you see people like Kim who just does it bang, 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 she's taking 1 million cuttings every day, you think, how do you do it?
Makes it look.
Yeah, I just couldn't get them to root. They all just went,
Mad. But mine were all stored in Aldi bags under my dining table all winter because I kept forgetting to move them. And Nat kept telling me, she's like, are you going to move them? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll find somewhere to put them. Because originally they were in the shed for a couple of weeks, and I was like, it's a bit cold out there, Nat. I think I need to come in the house. So, like, my plan was just to store them all properly because I got the chicken bed in, so I was going to use that as my sawdust and everything, and do it that way. I had all these great plans, get the plastic tubs, stack them all up, look really cool, and they just sat underneath my dining table until eventually I was like, you know what, we're not going to get any more frost here, they can come out. And that's what happened.
So
and then
after Christmas dinner around the dahlias?
I think I put in the porch for Christmas Day.
Well, at least it's frost-free in the dining room, isn't it? Obviously.
Honestly, I'm surprised the dog didn't attack them, to be honest. But none of them died. Good. Not one of them died in there. They were happy. So, Aldi bags under your dining table, guys. There's your tip.
Next year.
That's the one we're missing. Aldi bags under the dining table.
Just don't do what your wife says. Leave them where you want, and it'll be fine.
But the supermarkets are available, obviously.
Little bags will also work just as well.
little bit good. Tell us about something that's very exciting, which is going to be happening in a few weeks in Manchester.
Oh, it is the RHS Urban Show.
Yeah. So that's the first time, the first urban show.
It is. It's the first urban show. It's the first show that I'm ever speaking at as well, which is exciting. Wow. So, yeah, thanks for mentioning it, because I'm trying not to think about it.
I'm good at saying things that people don't want me to say, ain't I, Ben?
Yep. He loves to make you feel great.
Just to be on stage in front of all those people, you'll be fine.
It's not going to be a massive thing. You'll be all right. It's only like how many?
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be brilliant.
But yeah, I'm really excited. I think Mr. Plant Geek is the host, so he introduces everyone and helps you on stage and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it should be great fun, and I can get in early and go and have a mooch, and very excited.
What day are you on?
I'm on the Sunday, so I'm doing 2 sessions on the Sunday, about 12 and 3.
Brilliant. When is that's only? Is that next week?
The week after.
The week after next. Yeah.
Here it goes again.
I was just trying to think of the dates for all our viewers. That's all.
It could even be the week after that.
No, it's not. So you're talking allotments then?
Yeah, talking allotments and talking about how I suppose they've classed me as young.
So do I.
How young families sort of manage it, I think. They're looking at a different demographic than what traditionally the RHS has been seen to sort of cater to. Yeah. So yeah, how sort of young families manage it all and how they can be interested and get the kids involved. So you guys are very much, you're preaching to the converted in this room, aren't I? But you know, just showing lots of other people different ways. So the likes of, my garden's much too small, my garden at home, to have like a proper compost bay sort of thing. So we've got one of those hot bins, which is pretty cool. And that does some really great compost, to be honest. That's really cool. So all our sort of kitchen waste goes in that. So that's been a real game changer for the garden at home, actually.
I saw those at the press event. They look fantastic. They're the insulated ones, the polystyrene things.
Yeah, that's what we've got. It's got the little temperature gauge on top and stuff. We've had it for a couple of years now, actually. It's actually really good, and it does turn it quite fast.
Does it quick?
We managed to get it going really well last year, and it was hot pretty much right the way through up until winter. And then we took our eye off the ball and didn't want to go out in the cold and sort of dropped off a bit. In my poly house and my polytunnel, I've got the automatic irrigation, like all the solar irrigation and all that type of stuff. So I've been lucky enough to get my hands on a few of those, which help me with the watering. So it's all of that type of stuff, making it a little bit more accessible to busy lives, probably.
That's cool.
What temperature does your hot bin get to then?
We got it to the green bit, so it was about 60 last year.
That's really hot.
So we need to dig it out and start it again and stuff. But I think there's a difference in temperature. So I think it was probably hotter because there's a gap between the actual content and that temperature, if that makes sense.
So
you're not getting
the thermometer's on the top, is it? In the lid?
It's in the lid.
Oh, yeah. So if you had one in the actual compost, I bet that would be hotter than that.
It might have been a little bit different, yeah. So I think it would have been a little bit hotter, but then I think would it have been too hot? But the stuff we've got out of it is absolutely brilliant. It's really good.
It's wicked. I do like them. I've seen them around. I'm like, I do like them.
I can recommend that, actually.
Is it because some people make their own, don't they? And then they grow on the top of them, don't they? So they use them to grow on. Is that the same?
Yeah. That is, yeah. I've seen. Is it Charles Dowding?
That's a hot bed. Hot bed.
Yeah. It must be the same concept, but I've never managed to get a big bed.
Yeah, that's it. They're on just a bigger scale, aren't they?
Like witchcraft. Absolute witchcraft if you can get one of them going dead hot.
Because I was like, I wonder if I could get one of my bays done, because obviously where it's pallet, I could literally put Celotex or insulation foam, like the polystyrene in the fillet, and then make a door, a proper insulated door, and you could probably get it to work in one of them. I was like, I wonder. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, give it a go.
Maybe a bit small. Maybe a bit smaller, Ben, than a full size pallet one. Maybe half size or something. I bet that would work.
Yeah. Even if you use a smaller pallet, so made a small one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could just split it into two.
Just stick another pallet in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad shout. I might have to add an extra bay on.
Ben and his compost bin.
It's just having enough to put into it. I think that's what we learned last year, is if you can gather enough material to pile it quite full, first and foremost, then it will go quite fast then.
Because is it the nitrogen content that generates the heat?
Yeah, you need a lot more brown than you do green.
Which is fine for me.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got all the chicken wood chip and all the chicken waste and everything, which is all predominantly brown anyway. So I've got tons of that lying around.
Yeah.
I've struggled in my compost because I think mine always gets, obviously because there's not enough browns, because it's too much greens and it gets all sludgy and I don't turn it enough and I don't spend enough time on it. But you can put the, like I've seen Benny, cardboard and just put it all in, can't you? Anything.
Yeah, we're really lucky on our allotment site as well. We get free wood chip.
Great.
You put that straight. You put that in there as well.
Yeah.
That gets it hot as well.
Yeah.
Wood chip. really warm.
which is basically all my chicken waste. Because when I do a complete empty in the chicken bays, obviously all that is wood chip already breaking down with chicken manure for it. So it's awesome. It's like gold.
Oh, amazing. Do you find when you've made compost using your chicken waste that it attracts foxes?
Not so much, because they're more interested in the chickens. The compost is like, why would I go for that when I've got them there? But they don't seem too bothered by it. They sort of seem to go for the raised beds more than anything else. Because I obviously put it on the raised beds and they can just jump in and out of them as they go. So they sort of scratch over the tops of them a lot. But they don't tend to go, because I've had it in builders' ton bags for the last few years until I built these bays. And I had like loads of stuff chucked on the top so that nothing can really get in there. So they haven't really bothered, but I don't know if they're doing other people's. They might be doing other people's stuff, but they can't really get to mine.
No, just a question, really, if it attracts.
Yeah, we do get the random eggs lying around all over the place on the allotments. And everyone's like, oh, I think a fox might have got in your chickens. I said, well, unless my chicken laid an egg with a lion stamp and a date on it, I don't think it's mine. I'm like, really? I don't think it's mine. Mine don't lay it stamped for you.
They lay them pre-stamped.
Yeah, they haven't developed the stamping chicken's egg yet. But the amount of times I've had that.
The fox bury a fish head on our plot.
Nice.
Yeah. What? A fish head.
Oh, why?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the fox.
Oh, God. Just talking about foxes and chickens and eggs and things. They're not foxes, but they're fox red, my dogs. So I've just done the new run, didn't I, a couple of weeks back for the chickens, and they love it. And they've now started laying in there by 10 o'clock in the morning, and they've all laid, and we let them out, and they roam around the whole, which was exactly what I wanted, because they were laying everywhere. We could never find them. But when I go for work today, I took the dogs out, and I was in the greenhouse, and I poked my head out, and Bramble was in the run, obviously sniffing around for chicken poo and God knows what. So I went, Bramble, get out of there. So she ran out, and then I saw Moth come out of the hutch, the coop. He was in the coop. He'd got through the little door
to get the eggs.
And he'd been in. He got 4 eggs.
Oh, what a
git. But he just popped his head out as if to say, hello.
See, I'm like that, but with Autumn. I'm like, Autumn, where are you? And she comes out of the chicken coop. I got an egg, Daddy. I went on. Smash as she drops it, trying to get out.
I am extremely jealous of the chickens. That is the dream. I would love some chickens.
Oh, you need to.
I would love them. Absolutely love them. I don't know if my dog would like them quite as much. I mean, he'd like them for dinner, but
my dog's scared of them.
Yeah,
I think he would be scared, to be fair, but also as well, he's not a fan of the squirrels in the garden.
He chases the squirrels.
Yeah, he does chase. Well, he chases them off his turf.
Yeah.
He's just warning them that it's private property.
Yeah.
My land.
Yeah. Why not? Get off my land.
Yeah, basically.
Saves them digging up your bulbs.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was but he has at a bulb when he was put. Yeah, that was an expensive day.
Bet.
Yeah. An expensive day. He was very young, very stupid, and dug up one of the old pots, one of the dormant pots that was sat at the back of the garden, not sort of fenced off by anything, and sort of got sick. And then I found half a tulip bulb in the lawn. I was like, oh no. So I had to go and have a stomach pump.
Oh God. That actually made him sick then, did it?
It did. It made him, really made him poorly actually, because he went a bit weird, wouldn't drink or eat or so you could see it in like a couple of hours how poorly it made him. But what an idiot. Why would you eat something that's gonna kill you? Like, he's a Labrador, so
exactly. They eat everything.
Idiot.
Anything. Mine's eating the wall and the lino again today. I've now got to have new lino all the way through the kitchen utility because he's ripped it up. Little bugger.
Was he hiding?
What, Mark?
Was he hiding in the cage again?
Oh, he knew this morning. I thought, because I came down and I thought, right, make a cup of coffee, go back into bed, have a cup of coffee, get ready, come to work. I thought, I'll leave him out for it's only 20 minutes. I'll leave him out of his cage just for that 20 minutes, come down, pulled the bloody lino up, shredded that, chewed the brick wall. You just think, I'll give you a chance, and you go and ruin it, don't you? Get back in your cage. But he was in his cage, belly up, going, I know I've done wrong, but
Should have left me out.
yeah, look at Kerry laughing. Look at Kerry laughing. Yeah, laugh it up.
Sounds like you need to swap mosses.
Say again, Mark.
You need to swap mosses.
No, I just need to keep him in his cage when I'm not there.
Can't be trusted.
Oh, Kerry's dog doesn't do that. No, of course it doesn't, because it's in his cage. That's why. I'm just waiting for one more reply from her. She's on a big one. Yeah. What? Tell us about your garden at home, then, Jen. You said it's not very big.
No, it's not very big, and the lawn has been torn up by the 5-stone Labrador. So because it's been so wet, it's horrendous. It's just like a swamp. But I've got some of my nicer plants that I don't want at the allotment. There, my big hydrangeas, my eucalyptus trees, and my piscisporum. But we're just not that good at gardening, to be honest. So it always looks a bit shit, to be honest. The gardening that we actually do, not actually good. So and it's been variously damaged by swings and slides, basketball nets and hoops and football goals and things like that over the years. So I'm finally sort of, now Elsie's got a little bit older, she's not that interested in the ball games as much anymore. So this year we've done a lot of digging out of stuff and things like that. So hopefully we might be able to get it looking a bit better this year. But we did get it all new returfed last year, and then the dogs just churned it up over winter.
Oh God.
Yeah. So we'll see if it's salvageable.
Oh.
Which I'm sure it will be. It's just got to stop raining.
To dry out a bit.
Yeah, it's really wet, really wet. We had loads of local flooding yesterday, but Mark, how's your plot looking?
Mine's actually dry now. I mean, it's still boggy, but there's no standing water anymore.
Amazing. That was incredible.
Yeah, now we're getting, whenever we have rain, it's not sitting as much.
Oh, wow.
The water table's obviously dropped enough to have some capacity to take the rain.
Yeah.
But I saw that quite a few of the tidal areas got quite a lot of flooding, especially in Grimsby. They've had flooding today as well because of tidal surges.
Yeah, that's what we were getting yesterday, quite close to us.
Rather than rainfall. Although we have had rain today, but it's not been heavy, just been light and persistent all day. As
anything.
No, as well, because Claire was helping me out at my work garden yesterday, and we got wet. It rained quite a bit.
Claire?
number 12.
Was she?
She was at my work yesterday.
Wow.
Very nice of her to give her time up to come and give me a hand.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Did she do a good job?
She did. She learned a few new things that she's never learned before. So
did you crack the whip? Did you let her have a break?
I'll tell you what,
she's still there. He's not going back until Monday.
Night shift.
He's
just put his yellow hat on her and his glasses, and he's been
exactly, yeah. Fake beard,
and the beard,
hat and glasses,
and the beard. She hasn't got a beard, Jen. She needs the beard as well.
You just got to stand in so you can have a few days off again, didn't you?
Why not?
Is she not in here? She was in here earlier. She is here. Claire, tell us about your day with Marc. Oh my God, why haven't we not seen this?
Wasn't enough tea.
Yeah. That's one criticism.
Oh,
shocking.
That's not a bad.
I need
one.
it, apparently.
You need a what?
Oh.
It was fab.
It was fab. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that was brilliant, Marc. No head banging. Oh my God, the head banging. Claire was doing it at the ball. Jesus. Unbelievable. I don't know how she knocked herself out.
I missed the ball. It looked absolutely amazing. Did you all have lots of fun?
It was a great night. It was really good. Really, really good.
Seems like a long time ago now.
No, it's only what?
3 weeks?
It'll be 4 weeks this Saturday coming, I think, yeah. It's flown by. Absolutely flown by. Bloody hell.
So yeah, hopefully I'll make it to the next one.
No, hopefully about it. You will.
You've got no choice now.
It was a boozy night, Kerry. There was.
I like boozy nights. I'm all up for those.
Why not? Good God, yeah. How old's your daughter?
She's 8 in July.
Oh, she's all right then.
Similar age.
She's old enough to stay on her own for the night then?
Yeah, fine. Very self-sufficient.
In charge.
But she has just, she's come back this afternoon. She's been for her first 2 nights away with the brownies.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she did really, really well. So, yeah, I was obviously up all night waiting for a phone call to say, come and get her. But no.
Brilliant.
She was fine. Absolutely fine. So, yeah, I class that as very self-sufficient now. So I'm sure she could cope Kevin McAllister style as well.
She got a Home Alone badge. She can stay.
Yeah. We'll just whack that film on for her and she can copy it all the way through.
Yeah, this is how you go to the shops.
Yeah.
How you do the washing.
Absolutely. And how you protect the house from burglars.
Yeah.
Does she like gardening? Did she get in the garden with you?
She's great. Yeah, she's really, really good. I mean, her interest wanes sort of from, yes, I want to join in, and to, no, that looks like a really rubbish job. I'm not helping. But I think I'm really lucky, actually, because I've seen lots of allotments don't really cater for children being there, and they're not sort of welcoming to children being there. And but we've been really lucky. Like she's very well known on our allotment site. Very, very well known. Yeah. Mum will quite happily go off and chat to everyone, and everyone's been really accommodating. They'll always teach her, and yeah, she's nice. We've been really lucky that they've all sort of adopted her, and she's happily to wander off and chat to people and learn things, and they're all happy to teach her. So it's been really lovely. She helps in the shop every Saturday. Tests for mental arithmetic.
It should be like that, shouldn't it? We want to get the kids into it.
Yeah, I think she learns so much more from just being around that sort of environment. So I try not to force stuff onto her. When she wants to join in, she can, or she can just go and sort of amuse herself.
That's a bit how I was, I suppose, when I was a kid. My dad, he didn't have an allotment, but our front garden was his allotment. And I never was forced into it or anything like that, but I can always remember everything, and all the way growing up, I can remember what plants or what flowers or well, not necessarily flowers, but anything in the veg. You know, if someone said, "What's that the leaf of?" I knew what it was, potatoes, and I knew all the way through. But just from being around it and getting involved a little bit.
Absolutely, and look where you are now. I think that's, you know, a testament to how that's followed through, and that's definitely something that I was really keen to do for Elsie, like in the terms of like just getting her away from a screen and getting her outside. Like my childhood, I was kicking around on an estate in Liverpool, so I was outside all the time. And we just don't get that anymore. Like the world has changed, so we've got to try and sort of create that in our own way. And she's got that little bit of freedom to wander around because we sort of know everybody. We've got that community element there. It isn't full of cars, so we know, you know, she knows where she can go, where she can't go. She's respectful of her neighbours, all of that type of stuff. You know, she's learned quite a lot. And she eats so much better than loads of other kids as well. Like lots of kids her age, you know, they don't realise that chips come from potatoes. That's terrifying.
Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really terrifying. And then you've got Elsie, who is trying to take bites out of raw courgette.
Brilliant, lovely. Does she, you know, sow things and then watch them grow and then eat them? You know, that's her little bit.
She does. She's got some sunflowers on her bedroom windowsill at the moment, which she has nurtured. And this is the first time that she's really done it from seed. She's watering it every day, and she's growing them. So that's the first sort of thing she's sort of seen through to from seed to sort of plant, and now we're going to repot them and stuff. So that's where her interest has normally waned a bit, but now she's got that sort of invested interest. So you can see that sort of coming through. And then she's the only kid to know what photosynthesis means in her class. So
awesome.
Also because we listen to a lot of Frank Turner as well, but she's pretty cool at stuff like that. She knows the cycle of the seeds and the plant and how the sun feeds it and how the water feeds it. So yeah, she's got a good start, I reckon.
What you should get her sowing some radish, because they're really easy for kids.
Yeah, she loves harvesting. That is the best bit. She likes it better. She doesn't like weeding so much, but
no, who does?
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, look, Kerry. Oh, I didn't provoke that, did I? Sorry, Joe. I don't know whether you knew. Last year, Kerry and I had a bit of a radish reject off, and Kerry can't grow radishes, and I said you can. So, I kind of slid that one in there just for her.
Little dig.
A little no dig. Does your old man get involved then?
He does. Yeah, he's pretty cool actually. I mean, he's been on a journey as well. I mean, bless his cotton socks. He could barely mow the lawn before we got the allotment. So yeah, he's been on a journey. He didn't know how to use a drill, but so he does most of the DIY projects down there. When I do sort of all the growing. So yeah, and now he's been roped in to be the allotment committee chairman.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a job and a half. We won't go into that.
By the way, we're getting an allotment, and now you're the allotment chair.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big
Yeah, that is a story for another podcast.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, he's involved.
He is now.
Is that
Don't get much
monthly
more
meetings?
involved.
Monthly meetings, yes, to go to.
Yeah, yeah.
It's constant
And
phone
I
calls.
obviously can't go because we need childcare. So
Brilliant.
Damn. Is he watching so we can get him involved?
he might be. I don't know. He might be. I'll just check. No, he doesn't seem to be on.
He's probably got bollocks to you lot and just gone.
Yeah, I'm off.
slagging me off.
First you took the piss out of me being a Man United fan, and now you're taking the piss out of it.
Yeah. And then you get me a job as a bloody chairman of the committee.
I've stitched him right up, haven't I?
Did you
will
put
come
him
to the
forward for
allotment.
No. Well, as he did say, he's sort of like, well, we've done loads of building projects now. Can I get involved more in the growing? I was like, oh, well, why don't you do this instead? We're looking for people,
Method in your man.
But no, he's fab. He does a really good job. He's good at stuff like that. So yeah, he's very personable.
No wonder your daughter can walk around and do whatever she wants around the whole site.
That's why everyone's accommodating.
Don't upset her. Dad's a chairman. He'll kick us off.
Stand by your bed.
She comes.
They might think he's sent her in as a spy. You know that.
No, he's not the council liaison, so he just gets all the rubbish stuff. Yeah.
How many plots are on your site then?
Good question. Shall I go and ask the chairman?
Get your folder out.
He must have a plan, aerial plan.
I think it's about 70.
Wow, got a big one then.
It's actually one of the smallest on Wirral.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, we're one of the smallest. There's quite a few others that are really big. Like we're talking like 200 plots. But ours is a dinky one.
I think ours was 76 at one point. I think they've split a few of the full plots up, so I'm not sure. It's around about the 70, 80 mark, I think.
I think there's a lot of splitting happening as well.
Yeah.
I think you said before starting to do that a lot more now, haven't they? To get more people.
They have to get the waiting list down.
Yeah, and I think the size of the plots as well, like they're too big for some people to manage. It gets a little bit overwhelming, especially if you don't know much about what you're taking on.
Yeah.
It can be a little bit overwhelming, definitely. And there's been many a time when I've been struggling to keep on top of the weeds and things like that. But you've got to be really stubborn, haven't you, to keep going with it and say, no, I'm not giving up. There's been many a time where I've wavered and I'm like, this is just far too much.
Yeah.
But if you've not got on top of it by a certain time in the year, then, it can be a little bit game over, can't it?
Yeah. Got to. If they go to seed, if their weeds go to seed, it's just the worst thing, isn't it? It's horrible.
Yeah.
And
And we went on holiday for a week in July last year and I was like, never again.
You've never gone on holiday again.
With the holidays only.
Yeah, November holidays only.
Yeah.
How big is a plot then? It's a standard thing, isn't it?
It is a standard thing, and somebody told me a fact about it, and I can't remember it now.
They measure them in a funny measurement.
Rods.
I can't remember what it's called. Rods, that's it.
Isn't it 12?
Yeah.
How big?
Well,
How big's a
based
rod?
on
What? I just.
I think.
I was keeping such a straight face, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Engendered, but no, I'm done.
Totally childish. Don't know what you're talking about.
Who's Rod?
Did it vary? Did it vary?
Depends on the man, I think.
Serious face. Come on. How big is your plot?
I have absolutely no idea.
Roughly meterage, footage, roddage.
Oh God, I don't
What
know.
about yours, Ben?
My one is 199 square meters.
Wow. Have you measured that, or did you get that measurement?
A tenancy agreement.
In your tenancy agreement.
So then
then
I was like, no, it's not. There's no way this is that big. So
that's 20 meters square, isn't it?
I had my 5 meter tape, and I literally measured out 5 meters at a time, and sure enough, it was about right. It took a long time. Took a long time with a 5 meter tape on my own with a brick to hold the other end. But yeah, I did work out. So it's about 199-ish, and then Nat's I think is about 120. I think. So we got a fair bit of space, but obviously mine is just not in the condition Nat's plot is at the minute. So I just got so much to do, but I can't do anything because it's just so waterlogged.
Yeah.
So should have done it all in the summer.
That won't be long. Another few weeks. That'll all
Yeah.
be on it.
Yeah. Once I get out there and cut it all and put a few bits up and cut a few beds in, it'll just transform it. A good 2 days up there, and it'll look great. Because I've even got the stuff to do a brassica cage and everything. It's all ready to go. I've got the brassica cage ready to go, the netting ready to go. I've got all the cardboard to make my no-dig beds. I've got the greenhouse. Everything's there. I just can't do any of it.
Oh.
But how much is your plot, Jen? Because that varies massively, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 120 a year at the moment.
Wow. Yours is cheaper than that, Ben, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, mine's supposed to be 70. Wow. But because of the state I got it in, and it apparently is unworkable in their eyes, I get it half price for life.
Oh.
Until you prove them wrong.
The thing is, if they do try and change, I'll be like, hang on, that's not what I signed. You signed for life, it'll be half price.
Yeah.
So even if they bang it up to 200 quid, I'm still laughing. I think.
Pay 100 quid.
Yeah. So, I'm sure that there's a thing as well for people that are like on universal credit and stuff. You can get it half price and things, and people over a certain age, and so there's all sorts of things for like people that like can't afford allotments because they're single parents and things like that. But if they're on universal credit and stuff, they can apply to their local councils for discounts, and a lot
and over 65 as well.
Yeah, they don't publish that very much, but it is an option for a lot of councils and stuff.
I think, Jen, what you need to do is, because yours was a bit rough when you got yours, you should speak to the chairman and see if you can get yours half price.
Yeah. Doing a crap job, innit?
Terrible. I did see a comment a little while back saying, I can't remember who it was, that your daughter should walk around with a clipboard just pretending to take notes from everything.
Yeah, I think.
She would love that. She would totally love that. The power would go to her head.
Site rep in the making.
Yeah. No, not a chance are we going to encourage that, because she'd dog me in.
Yeah, she would stay on yours. And
Are you doing this wrong?
Yeah.
Have you got
Amazing.
lots of rules at yours? You cans and can't.
No, ours is pretty okay.
Greenhouse in the ground.
Yeah. I've got a JCB on the plot next to me at the minute as well, which has been there since October. Yeah.
So you're allowed chickens at that?
Yeah.
Can you have some chickens if you want some?
There are some chickens on our site.
Well,
yeah.
There are then. Look at that.
The only problem is I would struggle to get there every day.
Yeah.
That would be my only issue. I mean, if we had chickens, are they going to bury that too? I would love to see them try. I'm not going to lie. It would be much better than what it looks like now. I'm telling you. Yeah, they've come on with the JCB, took out some pretty dominant old trees that obviously contained an awful lot of wildlife, including one that looked like about a 30-year-old buddleia, which was absolutely beautiful, and some really established pear trees that produced the best pears on the allotment site. And then they have left it. They've compacted the ground that they didn't want to dig with the treads. And so there's literally, there's not really any standing water on our site because we're on a bit of a slope, so we're quite lucky that it sort of runs off. But they've actually got standing water on that plot now because they've compacted it so much. This is insane.
How do they get away with it though? Not the chairman jokes, but how do they get away with it? Why don't somebody have a go at them?
Well, we have a committee and we have a site secretary. So the site secretary sort of reports it to the council. And I think at the start, not to be disparaging against you guys, but there was a bit of a boys' toys sort of feel to it. Right. And they just didn't estimate the sort of impact that it was going to have on the actual ground. So now it's been obviously quite a few months since that's been brought on. He's done the damage and then got bored of it and left this plant machinery sort of sitting there. Everyone's a bit like, oh, this isn't right now. Yeah. You know, it's been there for a long time, and yeah, it's a bit sort of like, but at the start everyone was like, oh yeah, this is brilliant, but
bring them. Go on, man.
There's a place for actual construction.
I was going to say, bring one of them into an allotments is never good, is it? Apparently they did it onto a couple of plots on our site as well, and they literally came in and levelled it and took the topsoil away. So
yeah, that's what's happened.
They took the topsoil and left the clay. Rather than dig it all back, then dig the clay out and put the topsoil back in, they dug all the topsoil off, took that away and left the clay. How stupid can you get?
It is a sign of inexperience because, you know, you've not worked with that soil before, and we are on heavy clay soil exactly the same, so it's just water sat on clay now. But it's just like we said before, when, you know, people shouldn't be allowed to do that, because you're going to get bored, you're going to take that JCB away and leave all of that crap for the next person to have to sort out. And you've got bored of it now because it's too hard. But if you're not going to dig it to start with, you know, getting a JCB in isn't going to change that. You're not going to weed it if you're not going to dig it.
Exactly.
But some allotment sites are really strict, aren't they? Like Kelly's, she's always saying about Dickhead Dave, and I think he's the chairman of her. What's your husband's name?
It's close, John.
she's always moaning on about Dickhead Dave that everything is so strict that you can't do this, you can't do that. It has to be this, has to be that. I'm sure if they took a JCB onto their site, it would be straight away. They'd be, you wouldn't let it. It's just strange how some are really strict. But I guess they're all council sites, but obviously different councils around the country. But
I think some councils are more invested in that particular area. So I think it just depends who you get working in this part.
I suppose they have to. The law is they have to provide so many plots for an area, and some of them will say, right, that's it, done. We don't want nothing to do with it. I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, a lot of it can come down to the site reps, because if you've got a really laid back site rep, they're just going to be going, yeah, it's fine. But if you've got different site reps, they're going to be like, hang on, that's not right. And then you're going to get the proper knobs that are just like, this is my site, you'll do what I say. Then, that's where it can become a power trip. We're quite lucky, our site reps, to be honest. They follow the rules, but that's it. Like, there's no real issues. But then you've got, like, Kelly's Dickhead Dave that is like, what are you on about, sort of thing. Like, you can't go around dictating what people can and can't do on their plot if the rules say they're allowed to do what they want. And she gets a lot of sexist remarks as well, doesn't she, on there? From the older generation. Like, it's shocking, some of the things that they've said to her. It's mad. But I've been told... Go on, sorry.
Go on, mate. No,
I was going to say, I've been told by an older generation guy up there that I need to get with the times and stuff and things like that. And I was doing my squash arch at the time, and I'm like, I'm sat under my squash arch growing things vertically over arches and stuff, and you're not even like, I'm like, hang on a minute. And he's the same guy that told me not to grow potatoes because they're cheap enough in the shops. I'm not growing them because they're cheaper in the shops, mate. I'm growing them because I really like the flavour of them. And the last time I saw a pink fir apple in the shops was, never. It's like, but some of them are so stuck in their ways. It's just shocking.
It is. It is, there is a lot of that. One of my favourite things you said about the sexism is when, obviously, we're on the plot as a family, all the questions about gardening are always directed at Dan.
I bet.
And he's like, I have no idea, ask him.
But that's the mentality.
It's crazy.
That is the mentality, because it is... The older generation, for as long as I can remember, have had allotments.
I mean, for us, like, obviously growing up with the like the small holding type farm thing, and my granddad did all the growing, apart from my gran had a little flower bed at the end, which was probably about 5 meters square, and then all the rest of it was all his growing space. And she used to spend the whole day in the kitchen cooking, doing stuff like that while he was out on the farm. And that was how it was back then. But I'm like, come on, like, it's changed.
Oh, to be fair, Dan does all the cooking. I don't cook a thing.
It's changed, see?
Yeah. He's much better at cooking. I'm great at foraging because McDonald's is open all the time. But, I can't really do anything in the kitchen.
Foraging in McDonald's?
Yeah.
This is urban foraging.
Oh yeah, of course.
This is what the RHS have got in store in a few weeks' time. Urban foraging. Yeah, you go and you find these golden arches.
The golden squash arches.
The golden arches and you look for the kernel.
Oh bloody hell! Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
But I'm a stay-at-home dad. My wife's the provider for the whole family.
Modern man.
It's horrid. I hate it. I thought it was going to be an amazing idea at first. What, me get to stay at home all the time? Yeah, I'm up for that.
Hard work. It's hard work.
God. Going to work was going to be a breeze. I can't wait to go back to work. 4 years off. It's killing me.
No, it'll fly by.
Won't be long now, will it?
I reckon the end of August, September time, when she goes to school full time, that'll be that. And that's going to boot me back to work and drop down to part-time, I reckon. I can't wait. I'm going to work for a holiday.
Yeah.
It's got to find a job first.
Oh, fantastic. Right, Jen. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you, guys. It's been great.
It's been great. Really
Amazing.
interesting. Yeah. I like it. I like it when it's just a nice, just general chat. You know, nothing too serious and nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like
Good luck in
everyone as
Manchester.
well.
Sorry?
Good luck in Manchester. Going to be great.
Thank you. Mentioning it again,
Yeah,
though, you know.
Not long. I'll do a couple of stories to remind you as well.
I'm gonna go urban foraging later.
Yeah. You don't even have to forage
Those
now.
chicken nuggets are really hard to find.
They're not in Bristol. We got 2 McDonald's 100 yards apart.
Bloody hell.
I think
we've
there's
got
one on each
two
side of the
McDonald's.
road.
We've got 2 McDonald's. That's it. Full stop.
In the whole of Norfolk.
Not far of it. We don't even have Deliveroo or anything like that where we are. Nothing.
Mine's waiting inside for when I finish. And I had
Mine is now
KFC
being
for lunch.
Fucking hell. I'm lucky. Mine is cooked right this minute. I'll be done. Be ready at 9:01. So lucky tonight.
1 minute past 9. God,
Yeah.
you best get on.
Got 5 minutes.
Got 5 minutes. See.
Have you not poured the wine yet?
That's all decanted, ready. All right. Okie dokie.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for coming on.
Yes, yeah. Been lovely.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jen.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Gone.
And there was 3.
Go on.
Da, da, da. Oh, that's cool. That was good. I like that.
She's lush, isn't she?
Yeah, she's really nice. Really nice.
Need to get on with
Good.
from the Growl and from the Garden Folk magazine.
Say that again, Mark. You break up when I hear.
I need to plant my dahlia seeds from the Garden Folk magazine Grow Along
Oh, I saw that. There was
on Saturday.
Ali and Angie were doing a live doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've missed a lot being away for 4 days. It was like social media blackout because we didn't have Wi-Fi. So
Shocking.
Oh,
Shocking. One of the
Mark,
first things I look for now when I'm going away. So I can upload my videos.
That's bad though, isn't it? Because we all do it now. I always think,
Yeah,
oh
but
God, I've got no signal.
Also, with the young kids, it means you can have a bit of peace and quiet for a minute. You can go, okay, you can have your tablet for half an hour.
I didn't have that. My kids were little.
the stuff before we went.
No.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Yes, Kerry, it is bliss sometimes just to not have anything. But then, I don't know, we're a little bit addicted, start getting a little bit of withdrawal symptoms. I don't mind admitting it.
Yeah, we went away for my 40th when we went to Wales and we stayed in that little log cabin. We had no internet there, no phone signal, anything. And I literally was like trying to walk halfway up the road just to like send a text. But it was nice for a bit. But then you got to start talking to each other, you know what I mean? You sit home on the sofa and you're both like that, aren't you?
Do you message each other at the other end of the sofa?
I mean, 4 days of talking to each other was all right. And literally, we'd get out in the car, and all of a sudden the phones would be going ding, ding, ding. Like, pull over, we got signal. Hang on.
It's mental, doesn't it?
Yeah, madness. Especially our phones, because obviously she gets a load of work group chats and things like that. So they are like literally loads of them commenting, texting all the time. And then if it doesn't go off for a while, she turns her phone off and the battery dies. You turn it back on and literally it is just red hot. Because that, plus with all my notifications from Instagram, was just like ting, 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 ting. Oh, bloody hell.
It's ridiculous sometimes. It's absolutely crazy.
I have now turned Instagram notifications off, I will add, because I just can't cope.
Too much.
You know, the bird feeder that I've got that's got the camera in it, that sends a notification to my phone. I had to turn it off because when I finally had some signal, I had 256 notifications because it had been so windy. It was literally going off every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think you can turn the settings down as well, so you can turn the sensitivity right down, because I've got mine right down as well.
Yeah.
Sensitivity right down, notifications off, so it does pick stuff up. Otherwise, it will pick things up right the way across the garden.
Yeah.
So nah.
Yeah. That's the same as the ring cameras and things. That's the same as that. They used to send ping ping all the time. I just went no.
Our front garden is the main through road footpath for everybody getting from the village out, and also the school run. And we've got it's only like 1.5 meters wide, so you can't narrow it down short enough just to pick up the garden. So it picks up the whole lot. So literally, that we haven't, apart from the ring when it rings, we've got no notification on it whatsoever. My phone would just die. The battery dies on it quick enough because it still picks everyone up.
From 8:30 till 9:15, and then 3 till 8:30 again. You'll be going bing, 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 bing.
We have to charge ours up probably every 2 weeks on the front door. Now we've got one on the back door as well, looking over the back garden, because there's like for the chickens and stuff, so we can just keep an eye. And that one I've probably only charged up twice since we've had it.
Because it hasn't. Yeah.
It's mad,
Ridiculous.
Absolutely mad. But it was cheaper to buy a Ring doorbell because they were on offer rather than the actual camera. So I was like, just get the doorbell. So we don't. It's the same thing. It's just got a doorbell involved.
Yeah, you don't have to press it. Yeah,
exactly.
No difference. Yeah.
Alfie does because he thinks it's hilarious.
Someone's in the back garden. What's going on?
Yeah, he'll literally poke his head around the back door, and rather than come and shout me or put his shoes on to come and tell me, he'll just press the button so it comes up on the phone.
Jesus.
It's good.
Well, I messaged the kids upstairs to come down for dinner, so it's no different, I suppose.
Without that camera there, I would have never had Nat hitting her head on that guttering.
Exactly. They are good. We've got one over the side over the stables, and there's a video somewhere. Teresa let a horse out, left the door open, the horse come up bolting around the garden and stuff. So I got all that. That was quite good.
It's cool. They are good.
Yeah, they are good. Oh, right, gents, I'm late for my tea.
Yeah, I'm late for mine as well. It got delivered just after I come out here.
Oh no!
I'm not worried.
That very well.
I'm not worried. What I got a microwave for?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. I shall catch you all next week.
Hey, boys. Thanks everybody for watching.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Ladies, tell them Marc. See you, Ben.
Bye.